Hi yogis, it's Jody, and today I just want to do a feel good, have fun, sun salutation, Surya Namaskar A flow with a low lunge, a standing hip flexor pose that uses our muscles and our legs, and then pigeon, and we're pretty much done, home free. So if that sounds good and you want to join me on the mat, we're going to begin in Sukhasana easy pose. Grab any props that you know you like to use, but we won't need any for this flow. Let's begin. So come into a comfortable position. You can sit in crisscross applesauce. I always like to begin any yoga flow, no matter how long or quick it is, just taking a moment, not more than a few breaths, to just go in. So you could place your hands on top of your knees, find a straight spine, shoulders lift, close your eyes. Just leaving everything from our day, everything that we have going on in our life, let's leave it at the door and just use this brief time we have together to really be present on our mat together. Exhale the breath, and then begin to take a long, deep inhalation through the nose, filling the lungs. And then as you exhale through the nose, drawing the belly towards the spine. Let's do it again. Deep inhalation through the nose. Exhale through the nose, drawing the belly in. A couple more rounds on your own. Maybe starting to use that Ujjayi pranayama. If you've never done it before, it's the slight restriction of the muscles at the back of the throat. So it could really start the eternal fire in our body to start to heat up. And so we could start to elongate our inhalations and exhalations. A couple more times, deep inhalation through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Last one, deep inhalation through the nose. Hold at the top. Exhale, sigh it out. Slowly start to open your eyes. And let's come onto our hands and knees. Come into a tabletop position. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And we're going to start to cat and cow here. So drop the belly on the inhale, gaze up, inhale. And as you exhale, do the opposite. Push the mat away, round the spine. Draw the navel in, gaze towards your belly button. Let's do a couple more on our own. Inhale, find the back bend, inhale. Exhale, round. Push the mat away. 2 more times. Inhale, stretch the front of the body, shoulder tips point up. Gaze up as you inhale. Exhale, round. Do the opposite. Tuck the tailbone. Draw the belly in. Last time. Inhale. Exhale, round. Inhale, back to a neutral spine. Tuck the toes. Push the hips up and back for downward facing dog. You probably have to step your feet back. Coming from tabletop, that stance is a little too short. Grip the mat with the fingertips. Hug the inner arms in. Spread the shoulder blades. Push the hips up and back as the heels root towards the mat. This is the first real position or pose that we start to check in. How are we feeling today? How are our calves, our hands, our wrists? Where do we start to feel this pose? This is where the real yoga happens, in my opinion. When we start to quiet the mind, Focusing on our breath. When we notice when our body starts to fidget because our mind wants to move, how can we find stillness? How can we start to strengthen that mind-body connection? Just a few more breaths. Can we hold it for 5? Focus on the inhale, 4. Has your mind begun to wander? 3. You're almost there. 2. 1. Look forward and start to shift the shoulders over the wrists for plank. Dome the upper back, draw the navel in, gaze forward. Inhale, shift the shoulders past the wrists. Slowly bend the elbows for chaturanga. Inhale, keep the knees lifted for up dog. Shoulders point up, stretch the front of the body, gaze up. And on the exhale, push the hips up and back for downward facing dog. Look forward, bend the knees, and just step one leg and then the other to the top of the mat. Inhale, find a flat back. Exhale, fold. Grabbing opposite elbows. Bringing the weight into the toes as the hips lift up. Allow the elbows to pull you down. And you could sway from side to side. And then inhale, find a flat back. Exhale, fold once more. Inhale, rising all the way up. Gaze up as the hands come to touch. Exhale, bring them to heart center. Now we're going to move into Surya Namaskar A, or Sun Salutation A. I want you to have some fun with it. Play with your practice. You know, when we're doing our vinyasas, you could do knees up or knees down. And when we're jumping, feel free to come into a handstand if that's in your practice, or whatever you want. You know, this is playtime. I want you to enjoy it. Doesn't matter what I'm saying or cueing. We're doing this together. So hands by your side. Inhale, sweep the arms out to come up. Gaze up as the palms touch. Exhale, dive it forward. Inhale, find a flat back. Exhale, you could plant the hands. Feel free to step, jump, float, crawl. You make it through your vinyasa. If your wrists are feeling a little pain, put the knees down for cobra. Inhale, gaze up. And on the exhale, tuck the toes, push the hips up and back for downward facing dog. We're going to hold it here for another 5 breaths. Start to observe what comes up for you. Is there any resistance to finding the stillness and holding the pose? We're here for another 3, 2, 1. Gaze towards the front of the mat. Bend the knees. I want this to be our landing position. Let's have some fun with our hop. So inhale, try to kick the feet towards the bum. Do it again. Jump up, come back down. One more time, jump up, come back down. Look forward, and can we jump up to the front of the mat? Inhale, find a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. 2 more times, let's go. Inhale, sweep the arms out to come up. Exhale, dive it forward. Inhale, find a flat back. Plant the palms, bend the knees. You could step, hop, float. Do whatever your heart needs, whatever your body needs, your mind needs. I'll meet you in downward facing dog. We're going to be here for 5 more breaths. You got this. Hopefully your heart rate is already increasing. Maybe you're already starting to sweat. Let's try those hops a few more times. We're going to do 3 more hops. Remember, this is your landing position. Look towards the front of the mat. Bend the knees and see what it's like to just kick your hips up. Kick the feet up. Try to stack your hips over, your feet over your hips. Another time. One more time. Jump up. And then last time, let's jump to the front of the mat. Maybe you're doing it a little bit more graceful, or maybe you can hold the pose. I know I'm working on that flow and those hops. That's why we do yoga, to balance it out. So inhale, find a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rising all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Last round. Inhale, sweeping the arms out to come up. Exhale, dive it forward. Inhale, find a flat back. You know the drill. Step, hop, float, crawl back, skip it all together. It's up to you. Go through your vinyasa. Inhale, cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're gonna hold it here for 5 breaths before we do our little 3 fun hops. The thing with hopping is that fear holds us back so much in our practice in life. We're scared to fall down, and we're scared to lift our body up and bring our hips over our shoulders. It is scary, but that's why we practice. There's no such thing as failing. That's how you learn. So let's try it. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees, and take those 3 hops. Kick up, come back down. Look forward, kick the hips, kick the feet towards the hips. One more time. And then look towards the front of the mat. Step, hop, float to the top of the mat. Inhale, find a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Just take a moment here. Let's find our breath. I think the jump is fun and challenging, which is why I like to practice it. Hopefully that was fun for you and I haven't lost you already. Take your hands by your side, bend your knees, tap the ground, rise up for Utkatasana chair pose. Can you look down and see your toes? Push the weight back into the heels, draw the lower belly in, lengthen through the sides of the waist, heart comes forward, arms are in line with the ears. Inhale. Exhale, can you just a little deeper? It will be worth it, Yogi, stay with me. Finding that calm mind in a challenging pose. One last deep inhalation. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, find a flat back. Step, pop, float, or skip it all together. I'll meet you in downward facing dog. Inhale, cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's keep moving forward. Inhale, right leg rises, point the toes, square the hips. As you exhale, bend that knee, step it in between your hands, lower that back knee, rise up, Anjaneyasana. So I don't want to say I'm dumping into my hips, but I am kind of dumping. I'm allowing my weight to come down as I lift. Keep a slight space between the hands, draw the lower belly in. You could go as deep as you want into this pose, but lift. I want you to lift. Root down through that right heel, pull the right hip back, lift through the sides of the waist, belly and ribs draw in. Gaze up as the palms come to touch. Exhale, hands frame that front foot, step back, downward facing dog. Maybe bend one knee at a time, seeing if there's a difference. Hopefully there is. And let's take it to the other side. Inhale, left leg lifts. Point the toes, square the hips. And then as you exhale, draw that knee into your chest. Step that left foot in between your hands. Lower the right knee down to the mat. Inhale, rise up, Anjaneyasana. So I am coming down, but I'm also lifting. There's opposing actions here. I don't want us to just dump into our belly here. I want us to engage the lower belly, bending deeply, and then we lift. I always feel a really nice stretch in my hip flexor area, in my hamstrings, my quads. I ground down through that front heel. Draw the lower belly in. Maybe bend deeper. You got this. Inhale, gaze up as the palms come to touch. Find a back bend. Exhale, hands, frame that front foot. Tuck your back toes. And from here, we're gonna step and fold at the front of the mat. Uttanasana, forward fold. Bend the knees, push the hips back. Utkatasana, chair pose. You got it, yogis. Look down, say hi to your toes. Inner thighs draw in, outer hips hug together. Lower belly draws in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sit a little lower. Inhale, standing all the way up. Gaze up as the hands touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. Shake it out. From here, I'm gonna bring us into a standing yogi toe lock. So let's try to find the best way for you to see it. Maybe I'll angle myself. Let's begin with our right leg. So draw your right knee into your chest. Find your balance. Root down through all four corners of that left foot. And then from here, if you can, bring your left hand to your left hip for balance. Grab your peace finger and your index finger and make a yogi toe lock with the big toe. Draw the knee in, and then if you can, try extending that right leg out. Whew. Working those hip flexors, those quads, the glutes, the abs. You got this. For an extra challenge, can you lift your hand? Can you lift both hands? Can you hold it for 5, 4, flex those toes, keep the leg lifted. 3, 2, 1. Lower that leg, bring your hands down, shake it out. It's hard work. Let's do the other side. I'll face you. So we're gonna do our left leg this time. Draw that left knee into your chest, find your balance. Bring your right hand to your right hip, and then take your index and your peace finger and make a yogi toe lock. Inhale, and as you exhale, extend that leg from the hip. Try to keep a straight spine, firm the inner thighs, draw the lower belly in, lift that right arm. For an extra challenge, can you lift your other arm? Can you hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it, hold it, hold it. 1, let it go. Good job, yogis. All right, we're almost there. Let's take it down. Come onto your knees. We want our knees, hips width distance. Tuck the back toes. And then from here, with your right hand, reach towards your right ankle. Push the hips forward and then sweep the left hand up and over. Push the hips forward, lift the chest. Gaze towards that left hand. Inhale. Exhale, stay here. Inhale, back to center, and we're gonna switch. Left hand to left ankle. Hips come forward, sweep that right arm over. Push those hips forward, gaze towards that right hand. Take a deep inhalation. And as you exhale, stay. Inhale, back to center. Untuck those toes. Come down. Whew. From here, we're gonna put our hands down and come back into downward facing dog. Good job. From here, we're gonna come into pigeon pose. Let's start with our right shin, our right knee towards our right wrist. Coming all the way down. And maybe for those that enjoy a gentle to mild back bend, let's find mermaid pose. So bring your right shin closer towards the hips. It's easier to find the balance in the hips versus if the shin is totally parallel. So bring it in a little closer than what you're used to in pigeon. Bend that back leg, and with your left hand or your left arm, reach back and draw that foot in towards your elbow. And then take your right arm up and over, creating a little pillow hammock with your arms. Gaze up, finding your back bend, trying to square the hips. Mermaid pose. Take your time. This is part of the practice where we cool down. Releasing that hold. And now we're going to come down for reclined pigeon. So if you want to move that shin towards the top of the mat, re-square the hips. Try to bring them as low and even to the ground as possible. Inhale, we find length. Exhale, coming down to your limit. Maybe it's your forearms, maybe you're still up, maybe you have a block, or maybe you're bringing your forehead down to the mat. We did it. We're not going to stay for too long. Just a couple more deep inhalations. And exhale. Inhale, sitting up. Let's take it to the other side. You could come back into downward dog. You could just swing the left leg around and swing the right leg back. First we're going to find that mermaid pose. So I'm bringing my left shin in closer to me than I would in regular pigeon. Bending that back leg. I'm reaching for the inside of the leg to pull my foot in towards the crook of my elbow. Inhale. Exhale. Then I reach my opposite arm up and over and I grasp my hands. Coming into the full expression of the pose. Trying to square my hips. Gaze up. Feeling a gentle stretch in my right outer shoulder. Don't forget to breathe. Releasing that back leg. Repositioning myself. Inhale, we find length. Exhale, you fold. Taking a deep inhalation through the nose. And on the exhale, surrender. Imagine that you're sending the breath into the window of the hip, creating space, making room, releasing any emotions that might have been stuck there, anything that feels tight or sticky. Let's imagine that the breath is like a window and we're opening up and letting it through. Last breath here, inhale. And as you exhale, sigh it out. Inhale, sit up. Swing both legs out in front of you. Shake it out. Bring your hands by your side, inhale. And as you exhale, forward fold for Paschimottanasana. Inhale, we find length. Exhale, go deeper. Inhale, sitting up. And then from here, we're just gonna roll all the way down onto your back. Draw your knees into your chest. Straighten your left leg, keeping your right knee into your chest. We're just gonna twist, taking that right knee to the left, stacking the hips, extending your right arm out, gazing towards that right arm. Taking a deep inhalation here. Exhale, maybe revolving a little deeper, bringing that right knee towards the left, the right shoulder towards the earth. Gaze towards that right hand. You could leave your right arm extended, or you could bend it in a cactus position for a little deeper of a twist. All right, inhale back to center, drawing both knees into your chest, extending your right leg. We're gonna twist the other side. Left knee comes towards the right, taking your left arm, extending it towards the left, keeping it, pressing that left shoulder into the earth as you draw that left knee down. It's okay if the knee or the shoulder don't touch the earth. It just means you have to focus on the breath. Deep inhalations. Using your breath here will signal the body it's okay to be here. It's okay to open up in this position. One more deep inhalation through the nose. Exhale, side out. Inhale back to center. Draw your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little hug. Maybe give yourself a little kiss. And then extend the legs, arms by your side, Shavasana. This was fun. Feel free to stay here in Shavasana for as long as you need. This is really the best part of any yoga practice. But if you're ready to move on, slowly draw your knees into your chest. Roll over and come up into a comfortable seat. Just like when we started, closing your eyes, bring your hands on your knees. Bring your hands heart center in Anjali Mudra. Inhale through the nose. And as you exhale, bowing your chin towards your heart. Always in gratitude. Inhale, lift the chin, open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me, yogis. I hope you had fun. Like, subscribe, leave a comment if you have any requests. I love reading your requests and trying them out with you. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Until next time, namaste.